Algebra 2. This section we're going to do today is called special products. Special products. Well, our first special product looks like this. So, you have a plus b to the second power. Now, for something to be squared means that term times itself. So in actuality, what you're really saying is a plus b times a plus b. Okay, that's what the squared means. A term times itself. Well, we're going to do the FOIL method for this problem so that I can show you that there's actually a shortcut when you see a parentheses that has a plus and a square. So we do the FOIL method. So you have first, you have a squared, outer, which is ab, inner, b times a is also ab, and last, b times b is b squared. Now I always like to combine my like terms, so the format here is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now this is kind of like a shortcut that we can use so that we don't have to FOIL every parentheses that we have squared. So if I give you a problem here that says 3n plus 5 squared. Now this is in the position, so 3n is in the position of A, 5 is in the position of B. So we could just rewrite it like this. This says a squared, so you have 3n squared, which gives us 9n squared. Because again, 3n squared, we have a plus. Now we have another plus over here, and this says b squared. 5 is in the position of b, so 5 squared is 25. Now our middle term says take your two terms in the parentheses, multiply them together, and then multiply it by 2, or double it. So I'm going to take 3n times 5, which gives me 15n, and then I'm going to multiply it by 2. I'm going to double it, which gives me 30n. Okay? So again, take those terms, multiply them together, and double it to get your middle term. So let's do another one. If I gave you 2x plus 7 squared. I squared the 2x, which gives me 4x squared, plus, and I squared the 7 and put it over here, which is 49. And to get our middle term, I'm going to multiply 2x times 7 is 14x, and then double it, so 28x. Okay, so now that's why it's called a special product, because we can use this shortcut now, this little format here. Now there's two more. The next one is a minus b squared. Okay, now if we were to FOIL this out, again, this is the same thing as saying a minus b times a minus b. So if we were to FOIL this out, it gives us a times a, which is a squared. A times negative b is negative ab. Negative b times a is also a negative ab. And negative b times negative b is a positive b squared. So our format here is going to be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is very much similar to this one. All that's different is this symbol right here is a minus. Okay? So if I were to give you a problem like that, let's make this a tad bit difficulter. We have 4x squared minus 5 squared. Okay? Again, 4x squared is in the position of a, so it says square it. So 4 squared is 16. X squared squared is x to the 4th. Minus says put a minus. Over here you're going to put a plus, and it says b squared. So 5 squared is 25. Now again, same thing we did here. You take these two terms, 4x squared times 5, which is 20x squared, and then we double it. So we get 40x squared. So if you memorize this format, these problems can actually be done fairly quickly. So let's do one more of those. If I were to give you 3y to the third minus 2 squared. Again, we're going to square it. So this is in the position of A. This is in the position of B. 3y squared. So 3 squared is 9. Y cubed squared becomes y to the 6th. There's a minus here, a plus here. 2 squared is 4. And then it says take these two terms, a and b, and multiply by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6y cubed. Then it says double it, 12y cubed. Okay? So that's how we can use these shortcuts to do these problems here. Now our final one that you're going to see is when it looks like this. A plus b times a minus b. Now we're going to do our FOIL method. So a times a is a squared. Outer, a times negative b is negative ab. Inner, b times a is positive ab. And last, you get b times negative b, which is a negative b squared. And so when I combine these two middle, all I'm left with is a squared minus b squared, because these two terms actually cancel each other out. So these answers are actually going to be the shortest answers. So if I were to give you 4x plus 3y times 4x minus 3y, again, the way we can tell, just opposite symbols. The shortcut says all you have to do is take what's in the position of a, right here, 4x, square it. So 4 squared is 16. X, when you square it, is x squared. Minus b squared. And 3y is in the position of b. So that gives me 9y squared. And then you're done. You don't even have to do the outer and inner, because when it's set up like this, the outer and inner will always cancel out. So there you go. So let's do one more just to make sure you guys are understanding. If I were to give you 2a plus 5b times 2a minus 5b equals, so again, you just take the 2a, square it, 4a squared, minus, what's in the position of b? 5b. We're going to square that, 25b squared, and then you're done. Okay? So here goes I'm just going to sum it up by giving us our three formats again. If it's written like this, a plus b squared, we're going to rewrite it as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Our second one was a minus b squared equals a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. And our last one was if you have a plus b times a minus b, we can rewrite it as a squared minus b squared. Again, these special products will help us a lot with time, just being able to do these a lot faster, because they are set up in a way that we can use our shortcut. Okay, so good luck with that. I hope you understood. And again, if you need to watch this video again to help you even more, then by all means, watch again. Good luck.